everyone! So welcome back to my channel. I don't really know exactly how to start this video because it's been about 6 months since my last video, and I know I've done this before I've been gone for months or a few months, whatever, and then I come back and I usually have a reason of why. I'm not going to do that this video because I just think it's kind of pointless for me to just say like, oh, all these reasons prevented me from making videos, when honestly I just didn't do it. I just didn't make videos for 6 months. So I'm just going to kind of not even talk about what happened the past 6 months of my life, but instead just going to focus on what is going on right now, especially in the crafting area of my life, and share with you guys what I've been up to with what I've been knitting, what I've been crocheting, what I'm working on right now, and also what I am planning on working on. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is I have been working on my knitted blanket for, I believe it's probably about a year now, maybe a little bit longer. I think I did a video last spring, so spring of 2022. I think I did a video of me showing you the yarn that I bought to start the knitted blanket. I'm still working on it. I know in my last videos back in the winter, I was talking about how I was making a block every Sunday. I got out of that routine very, very fast. I got very bored with it. I wanted to work on other things. So I just quit working on it. And it's been really, really nagging on me of I want to work on it. So I got it out and I am determined to finish it in the month of June. I'm determined. So I have 2 blocks left, and I started the second to the last block last night, and I just worked the first section of the block that's just going to be like this cream. It's called Antique White by I Love This Yarn by Hobby Lobby, which I do really love this shade because it's not a super white, but it's not cream either. It's really pretty. And I'm going to be starting the color work. That's going to be little hearts, so in this blue stonewash color. So I'm going to be starting that today, and then I have the last block, which is going to be a green color, and then I'm done making blocks, and I just have to sew them together and also slip stitch the strips of blocks together and then do an edging. And they did a garter stitch edging. I think I'm actually going to crochet the edging because I'm kind of I've been thinking about that even 6 months ago when I was being very dedicated with this. I thought about maybe I should just crochet the edging. I'm faster at crochet, and I feel like I'm kind of at the point where I want to wrap this project up a little bit, and so I'm not really saying I'm going to crochet because it's faster, I'm going to get done, and then and it's not really what I want. I was already thinking about it back before of just maybe it'd be a little bit better, maybe it would look kind of cool having some knitted and some crochet to it. So I believe I'm going to do the linen stitch border around it, and I'm going to be using the white shade, this blue shade, and then also a coral shade. So, and it's the same type of stonewash color for the coral also, and those are actually kind of my favorite colors, so I'm really excited about it. So yes, I really, really hope I finish this. I am determined to finish it this month. I do not want to be starting July with this blanket, so I'm kind of putting all my energy in this blanket, into these blocks, and hopefully I am going to share with you guys my plan for this next coming week, because I think I'm going to kind of do that in these podcasts of this is my plan of what I want to get done this week, and then in the next podcast I'll kind of talk about, did I accomplish that plan? Did I do too much? Did I do too little? Did I go beyond that plan? Did I add different things to the plan afterwards? So we can kind of see where maybe I need to grow, areas I need to grow in with my crafting, and areas maybe that I need to get a little bit more disciplined in. And this is one of the areas I need to get disciplined in, and then you actually start wrapping up projects and not keep starting projects. So we're gonna finish this. hopefully get at least the blocks done this week and block them, because I don't think you can see behind me, but I'm blocking a temperature blanket, one of my blocks for my temperature blanket, and then one of the blocks for this blanket. And then I have another square I need to also be blocking. So I'm going to be blocking a lot this week, I think, because I need to actually just get it done instead of me just saying, oh, I'll get to it later. No, Morgan, not this week. We're going to get it done. So along with that, I started a knit along back in the month of April, and it was by Sorella, and I love her yarn. It's so beautiful. I will definitely have their website linked down below. I've ordered from them a couple times, and I always just love the yarn. It looks so pretty. It's so gorgeous. And I decided to make a sweater that they were doing. It's a knitted sweater, and it's called the Provence sweater. And it's made out of holding 2 strands together of Surrey lace. And I am almost done with it. I worked on here's the sleeve. I just need to do an I-cord bind off for the sleeve, and then work on the other sleeve, and then do an I-cord bind off around the neck. But it's a little bit more cropped than I thought it was going to be. I'm a little bit disappointed. I was hoping it was going to be a little bit longer, but I'm thinking once I block it, it's probably going to drop just a tiny bit. So I'm not too worried about it. But I really want to this week actually bind off the I-cord bind off. I did not realize how much I hate doing the I-cord bind off. It takes forever, and I've done it in a couple patterns. I did it on the bottom of this sweater, and I also did it on my Perfectionist Trap shawl that I did, I think I mentioned it in my last video, and it was nice. A little bit more tedious with using Surrey to do a I-cord bind off because it's fuzzy, and I have liked working with this yarn. It's definitely different. I'm so glad like there was nothing complicated with knitting, because it's a little tedious in some aspects of using the fuzzy Surrey yarn, but I love the effect of it, and I think it did help kind of grow me as a knitter of using a different type of fiber. But I am really excited. I want to finish this month along with the knitted blanket. Those are my 2 big goals for this month. I mean, I have 2 weeks left. I have the rest of this week. It's Monday, June 19th, and I have this week and then next week. So I think I could get both the blanket done and also the sweater done. We're hoping. So like I said, I have to bind off, make the other sleeve, and then the neck. That doesn't seem like that much, but this sleeve took me forever, but I also was kind of wasting time a little bit. Like I just wasn't working on it, and every time I was working on it, I just was like, oh, this is taking forever. I hate Sleeve Island. I wish I liked doing sleeves more than I do, because I know on a lot of sweaters I will have to make the sleeves. So I'm gonna learn to like to be on Sleeve Island, and I'm gonna enjoy the process of making sweaters, including the sleeves. Not everything can be sleeveless, and not everything can be a t-shirt. I need to keep telling myself that, because I actually thought about turning the sweater into a t-shirt because I really was getting annoyed with the sleeves. But it's just because I'm a knitter, I need to learn to enjoy the process. But I do like the sweater. I've been working on it since April, and I should have just knocked it out in I think it was like a 6-week knit along. And I did not knock it out. I took forever. I just kind of kept pushing it back on my back burner, and we just wasn't working on it. And that's why now I'm in almost the month of July, and I still have it. And I'm not even going to be able to wear it once it's finished. I'm thinking about, I really want to finish the sweater so I can wear it to Fiberfest, DFW Fiberfest in September. And I'm thinking already I might wear it over a dress, or I might wear it with shorts, because it's still going to be really warm in September. But I think, if I remember right, I believe they made it kind of cooler in the actual area because so many knitters were wearing their sweaters, and it was really cool to see everybody wearing them. And I think they almost make it a little bit cooler in there because they know everyone's going to be wearing sweaters, even though it's 80 to 90 degrees still outside. But that's beside the point. But yeah, so this is probably going to be my Fiberfest sweater to wear, so I definitely need to make sure it's at least done by September. But we're gonna get it done by July. So I do have that. Okay, so I did start a project. And I am making a baby blanket for one of my friends, and actually I forgot to grab the baby blanket, but I'm not that far on it, so in my next video hopefully I'll be showing you a little bit more because I was only going to be showing you about 4 rows. But I grabbed some yarn out of my stash because I'm trying to get rid of my stash, and I also used some of my mom's yarn because I didn't have enough. So I'm using, it is the Lion brand Feels Like Butter yarn, and I just love the name of it. It's such a cute name. And I'm going to be using this shade, which is in the shade Lemon, and also this shade in the it's in the shade Dusty Blue, and I also have a pink shade. I'm not sure what the color is. I really wanted to make it kind of a color blocky, kind of classic baby blanket. I know a lot of people make more neutral color baby blankets now, but I want to make mine kind of fun, blocky, very childlike baby blanket that reminds you almost of, it kind of is going to remind me a little bit of Candy. And so that's what I'm kind of going with, but the main color is going to be yellow because I think that'd be very beautiful, and this little girl is going to be a ray of sunshine. I just know it, so that's why I wanted to really have the main color be yellow. And then I'm going to do a row of blue, so I'm going to do 8 rows. I'm crocheting it. I did not say that. I'm crocheting and I'm doing a ripple blanket. And I will have a link down below the pattern I'm following. I did have to make up the chain amount because there was no set size for, so I had to make a gauge swatch and then figure out the math to actually get the number of chain I needed. So it's not an actual pattern on there, it just shows you how to do the ripple stitch. There we go. The ripple stitch pattern. So I'm going to do 8 rows of lemon, I'm going to do 1 row of blue, 4 rows of the pink, 1 more row of blue, and then go back to the 8 rows of lemon. So it's going to be very kind of block-like, but like I said, I wanted to kind of remind me of Candy, kind of very classic baby colors, so that's why I went with yellow, pink, and blue. And I just want to make it very bright and happy like this little girl. I just know she's going to be a very bright and happy baby. So I wanted to do something very special. I'm very excited. I know my friend does not watch my videos. Hopefully she doesn't start watching my videos, or she's going to be like, oh, she's going to know about it. But I'm very excited to be making this for her, and it's going to be very special. So I'm going to be working on that. She's not due until early fall, so I have time to work on it, but I also don't want to forget about it and start working on it like the last week of August or something like that. So I still want to be working on it consistently, so then it's not like a pressure, I have to get it done. And also if she does have a baby shower, she hasn't been talking about having one, but if she does, I can have it done by then. But yes, so this is what I've been working on. Okay, so now the next couple items I haven't really been working on, but I still wanted to mention them because I do not have them in any video. I don't believe I have them in any video, so it'll be kind of something new to see that I have in my queue of working on. I just have not worked on them recently. So this one is probably the one I worked on the most recent, and I've been making the little yarn cozies. If you watch Nitty Natty, or 11 Stitches is her brand's name, but Nitty Natty is who she is, Natalie. She makes yarn cozies, and I love the idea because I have been caking my yarn because I've been buying more skeins, well, more hanks, and I've been using the outside, and because if you pull from the middle of the cake kind of collapses, and that's why she created these yarn cozies, is so your cake will not collapse. And it keeps it nice and orderly. So I already finished one, and then I started a second one. Where are you? I started a second one. I have not worked on it since I started this a couple weeks ago, but this is just the bottom. Ooh. So this is the bottom of it. So it's this really nice happy yarn. It is yellows and pinks, kind of reminds me of pink lemonade. Honestly, my mom and I were talking about it, and we're like, oh, it's like pink lemonade. And this yarn is by Silly Goose Yarns. It's from her Party in the Box It was between Christmas and New Year's. It was just a 6-day with a normal large skein on the last day. So it was like a 7-day kind of surprise advent. I don't know if advent's the right word, but so this is one of the colors I got from there, and I'm using all the skeins from that box to make yarn cozies. And so this is the next one. I already made one, and so this is the second one. So this is kind of, I'm wondering if this is going to turn into almost like my travel type project, just because it's small, and I've been using magic loop and I've been loving it. It's been a lot of fun, and I've been learning a lot through these, so that's what I've kind of been working on. It's just kind of a side project I work on maybe if I need to get my creative juices flowing again and nothing is helping. I will just pull out this and it helps out a lot. Okay, so now into the 2 garments that I am not working on at the moment. These 2 items, I think one of them I started, I don't even know actually. I think I started it in February or March. Maybe even January. Maybe even December. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at my old video and see. But it's the Garter. Well, no, I had to have started it in January because it's part of my Pick 9 for 2023. So this is the Gartergan by Tori, New York. I'll have her link down below. I am spacing on her actual username on Instagram. But it's the Gartergan, so it's the garter stitch, and it's a cardigan. And let me see if I can figure out, where's the right side? Where's my marker? Oh, there's my marker. Okay. So here, let me get it to actually the right side and get all the yarn. So this is what it looks like. So I have done the 2 front panels and the back, and I have joined them, and so now I'm just working on the body. I set this aside mainly because it started getting really warm outside, and this is going to be more of a fall type sweater. So whenever I was making it, I was like, oh, it'll be perfect for spring, but I did not finish it in time, so I kind of stuck it on the back burner for now, just because I probably will pick it up come August for fall, because this I could still wear it in the fall time and it would be perfect. The green, the color will still look nice. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. And so I've just kind of set it aside for now. I still love it. I still want to make it. The yarn is actually by Hobby Lobby, and I've been enjoying the yarn. It's actually very squishy and very nice. So I do look forward to working on this. It's just right now it's too hot outside, and I know once I finish it, I won't even be able to wear it right now. So that's why I'm going to put it on the back burner until probably about August, I would think. Okay, so the last thing I have here that I started and am working on is this is the Love Note by Tin Can Knits, and this is as far as I've gotten. Not very far. I'm in the lace portion right now, and it is pretty. I'm a little hesitant about the yarn. Not that the yarn is not beautiful. The yarn is beautiful. It's by Silly Goose Yarns, and it's in, this I believe is called Valentine Blush. This one I believe is Plant Lady, I believe. Wait, I have the labels right here. I don't know why. Oh yeah, Plant Lady and Valentine Blush. Both very, very pretty. I just don't wear a lot of pink, and I know I'm saying that on the day I'm wearing a pink t-shirt, but I don't wear a lot of pink normally, and so this is a little bit of a bolder choice for me to pick a pink yarn that I don't really wear. So I do think it is pretty. It's definitely out of my comfort zone, but it just really wasn't speaking to me, and so I kind of quit working on it because I wanted to make the Provence sweater on the knit along, and I started just doing other projects. So this one just kind of got set on the back burner just because I wasn't kind of feeling it. So that's where this one went. I will work on it. I will finish it. I want to make it quarter length sleeves because I think that'd be perfect for what I'm looking for. I also bought a yellow a couple months ago, and I was going to make another Love Note, and I don't know why. I learned a very valuable lesson of not buying yarn for a sweater that you haven't started and you already are making it in another colorway, because I don't know if I'm actually going to make it, because I think the process is okay. Maybe I'll like it once I get a little bit further in this project, and maybe I'll like it. I'm a little hesitant about the lace openness, because to me, it's gonna sound ridiculous, but I'm thinking, man, how am I gonna wear that with a bra? And how are like the bra straps not gonna show? And so I start kind of thinking about stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, I feel like this is gonna be kind of hard to wear. And then if it's hard for me to wear, I'm not gonna wear it type thing. I don't really want to buy a special bra that I only can wear with this sweater. So we'll see. Like I said, I did buy a yellow, and I bought the exact amount I needed to make a second love note. So that's been kind of pushed into my stash, because I don't know what I'm going to use it for now. Because I haven't even finished this, or not even close to being finished with this. So we shall see. But yeah, so these two I'm not working on right now, and it's not even kind of on my plan list to start working on them. Okay, so like I said, I wanted to kind of quickly say what I'm going to work on this week, and I already kind of mentioned throughout me going through all my projects what I want to work on. So this is what I have down. I want to make my block 11, which is the knitted block I'm working on right now, and block 12, which is the last block I need to make for the knitted blanket. I want to finish my first sleeve, which I just need to do the I-cord bind off for it, and I want to at least start my second sleeve. So then I could finish it next week and then bind off and do the neckline, and then I'd be done in time for July. I need to get caught up on my temperature blanket. I am not even mentioning my temperature blanket in this video, because I kind of want to do a separate video. I've learned some things through my temperature blanket the hard way. It's not exactly how I wanted it, but that's okay. Maybe next year's temperature blanket will look a lot better. And then the last thing I want to do is get through the first yellow section of the baby blanket. So I'm going to get through the 8 rows of the ripple pattern, and then start my blue one next week, and then kind of work through blue, pink, and blue, and then kind of do a section every week until I finish it and it's the length I want it to be. So that is the plan for this week. Like I said, it doesn't even include the Gartergan or the love note, none of those. There's still some projects I want to do this summer. I want to make my Twisted Tea shorts, which I bought the yarn for. I also have a couple of tank tops that I really want to make that I have the yarn for. So I'm just kind of wanting to finish this sweater, wanting to finish this blanket so I can cast on a new project. I'm not going to lie, I'm probably not even going to touch my love note or my Gartergan till August, but I want to get a couple summer makes in before summer's over, and already we're almost in July. So I really want to start July with casting on a tank top and maybe even a pair of shorts, maybe cast them on both at the same time, just so then I can get them going, and they won't take me as long, especially the tank top, because you don't have to make sleeves or anything like that. So that's what I'm hoping to do in the first week of July. So yeah, that is it for that. I am going to be making a video talking to you and updating you about my stash. I know I've talked about downsizing. It's not going well, but that's okay. I am getting through some yarn, but I still have a ton of yarn left. I'm still about, I think, 160 something right now. Not changed a lot. I think I started at 190 something, so I mean, I've definitely gone down some skeins, but I still have a long ways to go. My goal is to get it to about 50 skeins, and I think that'll be more manageable, and then I can kind of go down as I want. But right now, it's not even going to be a possibility for me to finish it this year, so I'm a little bit sad about that, but especially because I'm going to be going to Fiberfest, and I know I'm going to be buying yarn. I'm going to be buying an Advent. I mean, so I kind of already see areas that I know I'm going to be gaining a lot of yarn in, and I'm not using yarn up as quickly as I would like. But that's okay. It's just a process, and I am learning, like, I'm not buying yarn at Hobby Lobby as much. I'm definitely being more thoughtful whenever I go to buy yarn. I'm like, hey, do I need this? Like I said, I was a little bit disappointed in myself of buying yarn for a sweater that I was already about to make in a different colorway, not even knitting the sweater and thinking if I would even want to make it again. So I kind of feel like, and I spent a lot of money on it, and now it's just going to sit in my stash until I can find a sweater that needs that amount of yarn. So stuff like that, but it's okay. I'm learning, so it's fine. But I think that's going to be it for this video. Like I said, I'm gonna get better. I'm going to be posting next week. I'm going to start posting on Thursdays, my podcast, and then if I have any extra videos that I want to do, like my stash video or my temperature blanket videos, those will be posted on Tuesdays. Those will be kind of like my fun videos, and then the podcast will be weekly on Thursdays. So I will just wrap up there. Definitely let me know in the comments below what you guys are working on, what projects you want to work on this summer. Do you have any summer plans for makes? Are you going to be making the tank tops, shorts, anything like that? I would love to know, so definitely let me know in the comments below. But anywho, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye!